So in this week's episode, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be jumping into one of the first playthrough series on the channel. Previously, you'll know if you came from the other channel, we had a small tribe series where we took a Windows server and then we went over to Unofficial and we built up quite big over there, played there, and we also had an unofficial server from Evolve that was Eternal Ark. A lot of PvP, a lot of good content, so you can definitely go over to the channel Azrael if you want to check them out, but this is going to be the first official playthrough and one of many more where we're going to be putting it on the new Ark Survival Evolved, Ascended and Ark 2 channel. We had looked at going back on official, but with the amount of ESP cheat and meshing, it just isn't something we could be bothered with currently. So we searched around, we looked for some unofficial servers, and that's where we found Nomad Ark, which was one of the most popular no-wipe servers on Ark Survival Ascended, and we had actually played this one before where we had went over to set our characters up to get them as high as we could, to get them tech and do a couple of ascensions, so when we did return we were ready to go fully in, we wouldn't have to mess around, and this is kind of what you're coming into. But without rambling on anymore, let's just jump right into the video and get amongst all the content. Now, one of the first things we did was get our new player into the tribe, as we wanted at least a 5-man for this server, being that it's a 6-man. Then, due to being a couple of months behind online, so obviously a big difference, we decided to buy some of the Nomad Ark boxes which come with random loot in them, which can come with a mix of terms, blueprints, resources and pre-made items in them, none of which are too overpowered, so similar to kind of MTS or some of the other servers you would have had back in the day. So it definitely helped start getting them boxes, getting a few bits and bobs and getting things going. At this point, we'd already claimed our starter base. We'd had a little setup to get things going, and we wanted a cave out the way so our teams wouldn't get sniped, and that was going to be the snow cave on Ragnarok that no one ever seems to take, and it's always good to get going. It had been modded, so it had a carbo sized hole, and that was really key early on for us and would help us out a lot, but we made it quite a nice starter cave. At this point, we'd ground out quite a bit and started to grind more ammo, because as you know, advanced is liquid gold, or that is the main currency, and everyone is always gonna want advance, and then started farming out my skill tree, as there were some overpowered abilities that you definitely want to get off it, and especially on a PvP server. Now, this was new to me because I hadn't really dabbled in it, so I was kind of using this time to get a base, get lines, get prepared, get my character fully developed and kitted up, max levels, ascensions, all techs, so when we went into Lost Colony we were really prepared and we weren't at a disadvantage in comparison to the other players here. Now, the good thing I would say about this server is there's a lot of people selling starter lines and even some capped lines for advanced rifle bullets, and since we'd been grinding out loads since we had started the server, we went and bought a few lines which were the Stego, Theri, Carbo, Mana, Wyvern, and they also sold tech gigas. And since we'd started dipping into our advanced rifle ammo stash, we then started grinding out even more and upgraded the base to be more efficient, so if we did get hit we knew we could at least kind of defend ourselves and hope we'd survive. We knew our base wouldn't last us long term and we'd eventually outgrow it, so we started scouting out bases to take or that we could easily be able to wipe, but luckily for us we kept an eye on the trading chat and the Nomad News PvP, and we seen that hard underwater had just been wiped, and the people that had wiped it did not need it because they had the maximum amount of bases, or maybe they just didn't want it, but for whatever reason they wanted to sell it. Obviously we knew this was a bit early, we didn't even know if we could handle this type of base this size or if we'd just get slapped, but it was definitely worth the risk, and it was a choice we made and we thought fuck it, let's take the gamble and do it. So we made a deal with them and we bought hard underwater for 1 million advanced. It's always a bit sketchy when you're doing a trade with this amount of advanced ammo, because at the end of the day you could get jumped and totally done over, but these guys were fairly chill about it and easy to trade with, and even kept up their defences outside the base while we set up our stuff within the cave, and it was quite smooth sailing, which was quite shocking after many years of Ark. I'm just not used to that type of mentality. Normally you get shafted or something goes on. Unfortunately though, I did have to go to work the next day, it was getting late, but the tribe worked loads while I was at work and got the cave into a livable and usable condition. We knew it was now time that we had to knuckle down and grind out, as hard underwater takes a lot to build, so the first thing I did was go to Rag and start doing silica runs, as Rag currently has one of the best silica spawns, at least in my opinion. We knocked out so much there and it was just so uncontested, and it seems to spawn quite rapid. So after that was all done, we had to have a little break from grinding, so we went to the jungle map, which is a custom map on Nomad Ark that has 15 times rate, which is more boosted than the rest of the cluster. So the reason for the map is to promote PvP, and for us, our need for element was more important than the risk of PvP, and this map has on it a section which is dedicated to element veins and OSDs, and we knew we were going to need thousands of element for building hard underwater and filling tech turrets and gens. So we did our first element vein on the cluster with the terms we got out of the Nomad Ark boxes, which honestly weren't the best terms, but we did manage to do it and got 5k element out of it, which was a lot for us at this point. To be fair, it's a reasonable amount of element. Obviously we could have done more boss battles or grinded out bosses, but just to knock out an element vein in 30 minutes for this amount of element, yeah, we could have been jumped, it's quite common, and could have lost it, but it was definitely worth the risk. And then sometimes when you're doing a boss battle, you start to mong out, especially if you're just going through them and you're farming them out. You get a bit complacent, could have been work, could be tired. Personally for me, I was absolutely shattered, like dragging my ass through this week and just trying to progress, and then it goes a bit wrong, and there's always that one member that has a slight meltdown, and that's currently what you're seeing happening here. I've done these bosses thousands of times, but sometimes shit don't work out.
Today I don't want to move, that's good. Oh no, you whistled, why would you whistle? Ah, it's so dead. Darn, I can't oh man, why did you whistle? I'm so dead. And now I'm stuck. Yeah. Can't do anything now, you oh what? Yeah, dead. Oh, RIP Black Thingamabob, and I'm passed out now. And now my little dragon dude's gonna die. RIP my little dragon.
After we got back from doing the element vein, we noticed someone had started scouting us. Fairly common, it's always going to happen. Sometimes it's a bit harmless, but sometimes it's there to scout before the raid. Kind of got a bit too close to our turrets and he got shot off his main wing. So we went out, we killed his main wing, and we set up further defences and pushed them further out. And then what we did is we continued to grind out and complete the inside of hard before building too much on the outside. And with that, we really started prepping to be attacked. Up until now, we'd worked more on defences and getting the base into a livable, usable state, but with a guy on the main wing dying to our turrets, we started grinding out all the things we need in case someone did follow our base, like C4 rockets, shotguns, structures for Fortnite, pushing on forbs and getting better saddles for our teams, as we knew we were quite far behind all the other tribes on the server, and they had been here for months in comparison to us. We'd only been here just over a week at this point, and we barely had anything to our name, so if one of the main tribes pulled up, yeah, there was a good chance we were probably going to get slapped. Unfortunately for us, it did come like we thought was going to happen. We prepared the best we could, and we had a little crappy 2p we'd slapped down for farming. Honestly, I didn't think anyone would hit it, and we were so busy I didn't really think too much about it because I wasn't bothered about losing it. And with us knowing this, we then ran into our first bit of PvP, which was defending our small 2p. Now, when I got on and we realised they were already pushing fairly heavily on the 2p, we knew there was barely any defences and it was pretty abysmal, so I slapped a force field down, rapid to buy some time and tried to get what I could. We did manage to defend the 2p for longer than I expected, but with them throwing in capped stegos and dreadnoughts into our 2p, ultimately we didn't think the 2p was worth defending as there wasn't much ammo in the turrets, as we'd thrown it quickly just so we could spawn, get to our raft and farm some wood. We had a ton more turrets in the vaults, ready to build a better placed and better defended 2p. Also, we didn't want left on timer because there's ORP in this server, meaning we'd have to stay on late, and we wanted to prep for the proper fobs and our main base, and we also didn't know if this was a counterplay where they'd fob us here and then hit the main base. So that was our main priority, seeing if this decoy, and they were pushing the front of hard underwater. Luckily for us, they weren't, but you just never know. Now, one thing we did learn from them attacking our 2P was just how much people were using the blueprint system to quickly throw fobs. Once it had all calmed down, we went and placed one of our blueprints down on a flat plat and let that build. This new 2P was in a much better place as it was right above hard underwater, and it was actually powered by the gen in there. So they have to essentially destroy or soak all of the 2P to get rid of it, and it's also a lot better turret placement, and a lot of the turrets on our last 2P were on the floors due to being quickly thrown up and kind of a harsh-ass job. With that out the way, we wanted to work on trying to get some better BPs, so we decided to go over to the jungle again and do an OSD. However, once we'd started the OSD, we began to get attacked again. So what I'll do is I'll just let the footage play out so you can see what happened. We're not on our corner yet.
Terrific.
Put your tech helmets on. Make sure you've got it set so you can see. If you get picked, jump off your team now. Have your grapple out. So as soon as you get picked, your grapple's out, loaded, and you can grapple to the floor, yeah?
Okay.
Got it. Yeah, behind us. Have a look.
Where at?
I'm behind.
I see him,
I'm against the wall.
Oh yeah.
Right, stay near your teams. He's there.
He's there, yeah. He's shooting, someone's shooting. We are.
There's
Oh, there's two, as.
He's coming in. Look up when he's trying to pick you. He's dead. I've killed the griffin. No, we've got cap.
That's what I'm saying, they take 5 times damage.
He's on tech suit. He's up there.
We can just keep by. He's above you.
Coming again, as.
There's a Karcher over there. There's a fucking Karcher. He's popped the
I mean-
Karcher.
So am I.
Alright. Oh,
Yeah, so am I. Yeah.
You're behind you.
Get to the drop, yeah.
He's coming in.
will it definitely be on the body and not on the...
I got his suit.
Yeah.
To the right. Right,
He's coming.
Where's he at?
Above us, on the pillar, above the pillar. He's diving.
Bite.
Bite.
Got a bite?
Dead.
He tech suited off. He's jumping
Yeah,
up.
he got off.
He's up there.
So after that, we were playing it a bit cautious. Normally I'd jump right in, but we did manage to get all the loot out, including both OSD loot and all the loot we got from killing them. So then we decided to troll our member when we got back, who had logged off and wasn't part of the farming. We found a pretty funny skin. She was offline, so you know what? It was time to crucify that member.
What just happened?
It's alright, mate. I fucking got it. You can know when you come in this space, I destroyed the tech pod, but we destroyed the tech pod. She ain't gonna fuck around again, mate. She ain't fucking around again. She will know she will need to farm. We'll have no fucking people slacking on farming in this tribe. The Crusader
Kingdom, okay?
Oh my god. What the fuck did I just zoom in on my binos?
She stays there.
Holy
she
shit.
does not move. She's crucified. She stays there.
That's a thing? What the fuck? Oh my, how?
As quickly as I can. minutes. I don't know that I'm gonna make it.
Fine.
I think I'm gonna get like right to the edge of the box. I'm not gonna make it. Oh no.
Holy shit, that's a chunker.
Did you make it?
Oh my
No,
god, I
drown.
made it with. Oh,
Oh, Sven! No!
I didn't.
Oh my god.
I had literally one fucking health. Literally one health
Oh
left,
my
you dickhead.
With that, we come to the end of the episode and getting ready for episode 2, which will be the final one before we start the day 1 fresh of Lost Colony. Obviously, you can check out all my other Ark content on my other channel, linked and connected to this channel, which is just Azrael, whereas this is Azrael's Ark. I have plenty more Ark videos planned, plenty more prepped, ready to go, whether it's guides, news, or just general playthrough, and I'm even going to be covered on TikTok, so definitely get subscribed and turn on the notifications so you don't miss a video. And if you've enjoyed the video, give it a like, and as always, I really do appreciate you watching. Feel free to give the video a share, and I'll catch you in the next one. Cheers.